Hi guys, hey YouTube. Welcome back along. We're still back in the garage here. The weather's been absolutely miserable. That's 3-4 weeks and counting. We've had some massive storms and a lot of flash flooding around in the North Island here. So this week finds me again back here in my garage. Last week we were down here. We got the old shave horse out and a couple of little tools, and we got to work. We made ourselves a bucking saw. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple design. Yesterday I was down here as well, and I just knocked myself up a quick little side table here just to hold some of my wood rasps and things like that. A draw knife, just holding things at a comfortable height for me to work so that I can be a little bit more productive with this. And today what we're going to do, and this is something I've wanted to do for quite a while, today we're going to make ourselves a wood pack frame. So we're going to start basically by just doing a couple of quick little measurements. This is just going to be purely for the fun of it. To go along with the wool blankets that I recently acquired. I want to try doing a couple of wool blanket excursions. So stick with us there, fellas. Today we're going to be building a little wooden sapling pack frame. There's a bunch of knots, branches. It's crooked down this end as well, so that's not super handy. But between here and here, which is just about the right perfect height, nice and straight. So I'm just going to mark that off with my pencil here. And here, one down here. I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than I needed because I've never done this before, so you never know what you're actually going to run into. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it extra long. That way I don't, you can always cut some off, but you can't add any on. So I'm going to get my saw out here. We'll whack this off. I'm going to chuck it into the into the shave horse, back here, and we're going to clean them up. And then once it's all cleaned up and nice, I'm going to split it down its middle and hopefully get two nice bits that I can use to make my uprights. Okay guys, so what's actually happened here is with my second piece that I split, you can see it's split much more cleanly. It's less twist in it, it's much flatter, and the two pieces actually came out a lot more evenly sized, so this one didn't split off or run to one side and get thin on me. So what I'm going to do is we're going to play the cards that were dealt. We're going to use these pieces as my uprights on the pack frame. I'm going to throw them in the shave horse back here. We're going to clean them up, make them into slightly more dimensional lumber, if you will, and get rid of any sharp edges and so forth and whatnot. These ones are definitely not wasted, they're not lost. What we're going to end up doing with those ones is we're just going to shave those ones down thinner, and they're just going to simply make the slats that are going to form the backrest of the pack frame. It's going to be right up against our back. It's going to keep it more comfortable so we don't have things poking us, jamming into us. So not a big deal. I'll get you guys repositioned. I'll throw these in the shave horse. We'll get to working on them right quick and soon. There we go, just like that. Bing, bang, boom. Some semi-dimensional lumber. Dimensional lumber, if you will. A little bit crooked, no big deal. What's left for me now is I'm just going to take the spoke shave and I'm just going to go across the corners on it and a little bit down each front, a little bit down each face just to make sure it's all smooth and nice and beautiful. And then it's basically, I've just got to make another one of these, and then we'll be ready to start knocking in little holes here for our mortise and tenon joints. There it is, just like that, two pieces. Spoke shaving time. now that we got those two uprights all knocked out and cleaned up, what we're going to do next is we're going to do the little slats that are going to go in between. They're going to be much thinner than the pieces we just did. We want them to have a little bit of flex in them. We want them to be bendy, so when we put it on, even if the pack's a little bit heavy, they're not just driving into our spine, you know. We want these to be a little bit, not squishy. They've got to be rigid, but they've got to have a little bit of give to them. So as you can see here, we've gone for a much thinner slat this time. See, this is going to be our back support. This is going to go between two uprights. The upright here is really double the thickness at least of that. And these are basically going to get connected like this in between the uprights, okay? So going up near the top, middle, down low. So you can see, guys, got a natural curve to this one here. This is one of the back slats. It's nice and thin, nice and light. It's got a little bit of bend to it, a little bit of flex. That's good. It'll mold to our back, so it'll be comfortable. It won't be, it'll give a bit of spring, and it won't be entirely all that uncomfortable. Okay, well, I've laid this out, guys, in basic shape that this pack frame is going to be. So these are our two thicker uprights here running up and down. Those are going to go up and down from our shoulders to our hips, okay? And now these are the real thin little slats that we've just carved out. And these are going to go slotted into a little mortise and tenon joint in each one of these side pieces right here, here, and here. I hope that makes sense to you. It'll become much more obvious and apparent when we actually get to putting it together. Basically, two uprights, three little slats. Those are going to go against our back. We're going to put the little mortise and tenon joint here, 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 here. Feed those in, pound them in, come back from the other end with a wedge from the outside going in. Helps us secure everything in place. And then it'll be just a matter of fabricating some shoulder straps for it and the little wee shelf. It's going to go from the bottom, sticking out 90 degrees, perpendicular to where this is laying now. That'll just give me something on the bottom of my pack for everything to sit on, so it doesn't just slide down through the lashings and out the bottom. Put some permanent toggles on the sides. That'll just help us with lashing it down, lashing our load onto it. That's bad for the chisel. 1, 2, 3 holes for my slats. Same thing on the other one to go now, and then we'll just line them up and we'll start pounding our slats in. Edges of our assembly, we've got our staves, we've used our chisel, we've put our 3 holes in them. Now basically what we need to do is we just need to fit these slats, these little very thin slats, to these holes that we've made. Now to do that, we'll take down these slats here just a little bit at a time, so they fit snugly into these little holes that we've just chiseled out. So that one's got to go a little more. Just going to do that. Take a little bit more off that. We're going to get it started into its hole, and I'm going to drive it on using my mallet, my maul. There. So I know when I take it down to about those 2 little lines, getting close. Somewhere in that neighborhood. There we go. Let's start it in. We'll just gently tap that into place using the maul. There we go. Start it into place. We'll just gently. Go. Joint in. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. 5 more to go. One side all done. They're all more or less even across this side, so that's good. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginnings of our pack frame. Once we got all three of them in there, actually, she's bloody stiff. It's good, bloody good and solid. Look at that. I could also possibly put another little bar across, and I think I might actually just go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to put another one across here, but I'm going to put more of a rounded bar. It's just simply going to give me an extra little tie-off area. Okay, so I'm going to come in. I'm going to drill a hole on each side of this. I'm going to drill a round hole, use my bit and brace, and then I'll just take a piece of round stick here, and I'll just trim the ends up a bit like a dowel, and I'll hammer that in so that it's nice and solid and good. Right, look at that. I'm going to start by forcing this one in. Put that down like that. Give it a little... Love tap. That wasn't so good. That wasn't too shit hot. Look what I've done. Being too rough with it, and it's all greenwood, of course, so she just split open on me. But all's not lost. I'm not going to give up on it. I mean, the integrity of it's definitely a bit compromised now. But I have a secret weapon, and this is not, by any stretch of the imagination, a natural material. I am going to just put a really quick whip stitch on this with some bank line, and by the looks of it, since that split is going down, I'm probably going to have to lash off at every single one of them as well, but in for a penny, in for a pound, so no big deal. Not quite a square lash, not quite a cross lash, but a combination of both. But I'm just basically tying this around each one of these slats here to ensure that my main pack frame doesn't split any further on me. I'm just trimming my ends up after every one of these, giving it a little burn down with my lighter just to prevent it from untying itself, going anywhere. Look at that nice little pattern around the end of each one of my stays. So you can see here it's crossed on the side. So it's a combination of a square lash and a cross lash. I just thought I'd bring you in here nice and close and show you how I do that lash there, guys. Do my best to keep it all in frame and not wiggle the camera around too much. So here's where the peg's coming out and through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in behind here on the top side of it with my string. And just like a square lash, we're going to find and put our two ends together here. I'm going to pull it up so we've got the middle loop sitting right in here. And we're going to cross them. Okay, so they're crossed over here. Oh, crossed over. Nice and tight. And we're going to come down. Okay, we're going to go on the other side of the slat. We're going to cross them underneath. We're going to pull them nice and tight. Bring them up the front. We're going to cross them and bring them up the other direction. We're going to cross them behind, pull them nice and tight. So that's us. That's the last lashing done. I'm just going to burn these ends off. So what we basically got going on here, everybody, is I've taken this. This is going to be the triangle that's going to form the base of my pack. Now it's going to be open. There's nothing, doesn't need anything in here. This is just going to provide a little bit of support. And basically, I'm going to attach this like that. Okay, so see here at the bottom, I'm just gonna do straight up square lash. I'm going to attach this just above. There you go, just above, just so that it sits like that, just on the ends that I've got going there. Cross lash and square lash on there, square lash on the corner out here. That's the bottom of my pack frame. All my stuff will sit from on top of this up and be tied on to multiple toggles, which I'm going to place along the outside of the pack frame, which will let me just throw a loop around it, pull it tight, throw a loop around somewhere else, pull it tight, pull it tight, pull it tight. So this is the pack frame as it stands alone. So you can see there, got our 2 uprights on the sides, 3 thin slats going across. That's actually forms the comfort against my back. This little triangle down the bottom here is load support, and the rope's just going to come from this little corner point down here up over the top, and it's going to attach to multiple toggles, which I'm going to place all around the edge of my pack frame. So it's going to be really easy to throw my load onto it and off of it. Should be pretty straightforward and pretty simple. You guys, see these little dangly bits here? Now these are, I've added 6 toggles to my pack frame, so 1 down on each side, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom of this little side, the bottom shelf. I can sling around that toggle, pull it tight, and I can go back down. I can pick up another toggle, I can go around it, I can cross back and forth. Basically, these toggles are my fast tie down points. So I use one length of rope with my loop in the end to catch the bottom of this triangle, and then from there I just come up and either go directly around the bar or to one of my toggles, and then back from toggle to toggle to toggle to toggle, securing my load every time, cinching it down, making it tighter and tighter so that it pulls in nice and tight and sits on that. My backpack straps are going to attach. It's going to be the lark's head here. I'm going to go over, come down around the inside of the bottom of this little stave here, and around tied off in front of me. That, ladies and gentlemen, is my homemade Pioneer style pack frame. Your basic tools. Now, I didn't use a single power tool to make this all day. This was all done by hand tools. So pretty much everything here can be replicated and done out in the bush. You could even go so far as to make yourself some natural cordage for all of your lashing points. I just obviously went with some bank line and with some Venetian blind cord because it's handy. It's what I had here, and I didn't want to spend all day making flax rope just to do this as a bit of a side project. So it was raining today. This is what I got up to. It's my nifty little pack frame. I took that big long piece of white cord that I had and I went around my toggles and I secured it on there. I also found some 1-inch nylon webbing for you guys how this goes on. So getting it on is probably the trickiest part. Pick it up by the straps, come over your shoulders, go down around the inside, bottoms of the legs, cross that over in front of us, tie it off, done. Yeah, I mean, ergonomically, it's certainly not going to compare to, you know, backpack that you buy at the store. It's got all the padding and the buckles and the straps and the compression straps and all the fancy doodads and all the other stuff like that. But what this is cheap, it's practical, it's a good skill, lots of good fun, it's a project, and it's certainly going to be a conversation piece. And I bet you, next time I'm out in the bush and I go walking along, somebody passes me wearing this thing, I'm going to have some splaining to do. Everybody's going to want to know about it. Everybody's going to think this is just the coolest thing. I think it's the coolest thing. I hope you enjoyed it today. I hope you maybe are inspired to get out and do one of these yourself in your project room, in your garage, when you have some free time, rainy days. Get amongst it. Practice these things. You know, build your kit slowly. Have fun with it. I'm pretty stoked. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch you next time.